Yo, what's going on with you, my people there? Hey, it's another edition Black to Boxing. We gonna get it popping off here. You know it is 86 Boxing here. And of course, my man, the Combat G, Clover D in the building. What's good with you, Clover D?
Hey, I'm hanging out. I did a little football stream earlier, but we're back to boxing, and I love it because we got a lot to talk about.
It's always a good thing right there. Always. And of course, our resident puppeteer here, my man, Poppy June. What's good with you?
Yes, sir, man. Everything's good, baby. I've been smacking on some yellow watermelon. I don't care if they say it's a setback. It's good to the boy. You feel it?
Nah, I want some of that right there. For sure. Right
Yeah.
there. Good stuff right there. Hey, appreciate having you fellas in the mix here. We're here to talk boxing, of course. Those that tune in, show some love. Hit that like button. I see somebody hit the like button already. We appreciate you hitting
Yes,
the
sir.
like button.
Appreciate you.
Let's do it for everyone right there at Clubber D Podcast, at Poppy Tune. Yeah, yo. You know what it is right there, folks, on Instagram as well. Same thing.
Mhm.
You'll find us all there in the mix. But yeah, we're here to talk a little bit boxing. Shout out to my man Trey Titan, who's already in the mix right here. Appreciate you, Trey. Per
Salute.
usual, Trey always showing love in here. Trey, I know you were watching what was going on last night, Trey. And hey, we're going to start with that as a matter of fact. World lightweight title fight, WBC. They even had a little fancy ring that they had customized and had it made there. You know what I'm saying? Which I thought was pretty dope. But that being said, we had Lamont Roach Jr. out of this area right here, this DMV. He was taking on Mexican fighter and a guy who throws a ton of punches, of course, William Zepeda. And they were doing their thing out at the Virgin Hotel in Las Vegas. Shout out to my man Ray.
Yes,
Guy
sir.
Ray, he was out there. He was out there. Light skinned Lou was out there. Shout out to y'all. They were out there
Represent.
live showing support right there. But it went down, and I think we all probably know the results at this particular point. For those that are watching, those that may not know, it ended up being a unanimous decision in favor of William Zepeda, world champion William Zepeda, trained by Robert Garcia. And hey, it was a fight that I think shed a lot of light on some things there as far as Zepeda and his capabilities, because he was coming off that loss to Shakur Stevenson, where Shakur Stevenson, he found a way and a means in which he could kind of shut him out and slow him down somewhat. And the thought coming in, and at least I know mine, was that I thought that Lamont Roach Jr., his countering, he would prove to be able to slow down that pace. But man, Zepeda looks hard to slow down right there, man. I want to get your thoughts on what went down there. We can start with you there, Poppy Chun. What were you thinking?
Well, look, man. To be honest, I was riding with Cepeda for this fight because I thought that he would outwork Lamont, and he's a bigger guy. Also, so the work rate and the size difference I thought would have been a key factor, which is why I had picked Cepeda by. I think I picked him by split decision pre-fight. But there's no knock on Lamont actually losing to this guy. You know what I mean? I mean, honestly, it's something that not too many people get an opportunity to see. You don't get a chance to fight a guy who throws 1,000 punches a fight, but maybe once in your career, and twice if you gotta do it back with him, and that's not the type of fight you want to be in. So I think what the fight did for me was it made the Shakur Stevenson's victory. It made it even that much better, right?
Mhm.
It should cause all of us to start questioning. How would a Tank Davis do against somebody with a style like that? Can Cepeda take the power? You know what I'm saying? Is Tank's work rate not going to be enough? So I don't want to listen. I don't want to go as far to say that this erases, Bud beating up on Canelo type deal. But some people are really kind of taking it like that. They like, yeah, we got ours back. We got our lick back. We got our lick back. Yeah, hey, I want y'all to enjoy it. It's savory for now.
Yeah. I mean, when I watched this, I was actually shocked at Zepeda's footwork because he couldn't do anything when Shakur would get off the ropes or a counter. He was cutting Roach off when Roach would try to move. Roach had no answer for that, and I thought Roach was going to do a lot of countering on a lot of inside game, but he was just outworked, man. It was. Yeah. I think after that third round, you can see on his face, he was just like, God damn, I don't know what to do about this. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be a long road to 12. But, Zepeda, I would love to see him against somebody like Abdullah Mason, somebody that's going to do what we think we thought Roach would do. You know what I'm saying? I really want to see that type of match. And again, Roach is a smaller guy, coming up. And you saw it. We saw Roach in front of Zepeda. And besides the back issue that Zepeda was dealing with, you can see how small Roach looked compared to him. And, as we talked in the pre-show, I think he's Vicks Vapor Rub, Yayo, on his back.
Hey, it can't be bed bugs unless he a back sleeper.
Just look a little suspect.
He looked like the type of person to sleep on his stomach. You
like he got that Ray Vargas back, it's just kind of, sunburns or pimples. I don't know, whatever.
79 really strong punches thrown in the 9th round.
Crazy.
Still strong.
It is crazy right there. And, that's the thing. And we were kind of talking about it. He is a fighter known for his high output. And I think they showed some kind of stat. And if I'm not mistaken, it might have said that he had the most punches thrown. I don't know if it was a lightweight title fight or maybe just lightweight history in general. Or it could have just been with the other fighters because they showed Bud, Sean Porter, Tim Bradley, the most they had thrown in a fight essentially at lightweight. And it was like 1,500 for Zepeda, which was, I believe they had it as like the number one that had been thrown. I want to say history, you know what I'm saying? But I got to definitely double back on that, which is crazy.
That's
crazy,
And they're hard punches.
Yeah.
I want y'all to understand they're hard punches. These ain't no arm punches like no pity pat stuff.
Pity pat stuff.
Yeah.
Stiff. Pop.
Yeah.
So a little mustard on them right there. So hey, we already know what it is. Is different these days. A lot of things go on, so forth, and you just don't know. Well, a fighter should know what's going into their body and all of that stuff, but there's just a lot of differences in terms of what's available out here, compared to in the past, at least in the sense of how you can get things as well, and then different scientific methods and the science and psychology behind many things that are out there, just based on the state of where we are here in this current age, so that makes it interesting for sure.
Yeah. The sportscasters, the commentary, they was talking about how he trains in high altitude in Mexico. And then, Bud and them was like, yeah, okay. I mean, but you traded to throw 1,100 punches in the fight.
Yeah, that's wild.
Hey, listen, man. I'm not gonna take anything from the guy, man. He honestly, truthfully, he had an amazing performance. He made a lot of changes from what he did before, and like they said, the year was good for him off, and man, he looking like a monster. I just being real. He looking like a monster.
The footwork, and that's what really got me was his footwork. And usually, when you see that style of fighter, it's not really a footwork. And they wanted Roach to, make him back up, but that wasn't the case. You got to have them back up. I was like, hey, he's moving side to side. He's cutting them off before Roach can. I was like, okay, Zepeda.
It was the body work, bro.
Yeah,
it was the body work. That's what really did it. It was the body shots. I think maybe it was like the first 2 rounds. I seen Roach shoot some straight rights to the body. Yeah. He shouldn't have gotten away from that. He definitely should. He should have kept going to the body because you got to find a way to get Buddy off you, and you got to punch him when he's trying to breathe in. When he's trying to catch his breath, you got to punch him in his body, and you got to keep punching him in his body. I mean, even Bud talked about it. Bud talked about, at the end, he talked about how he was blessed or gifted enough to be able to make fighters fight his type of fight. right?
Mhm.
And that's what Shakur did to Zepeda. He made and it not even that much because Shakur stood there and took way more punches than he normally
A lot.
does, but he still made it his type of fight.
I think it was
Mhm.
Tevin Farmer, like the Tevin Farmer, like when he had that flash knockdown on Zepeda.
Yeah,
A lot of people just going up top with against him, and he was eating a lot of punches. I think
yeah,
when he knocked him off balance, it was the third round when Roach caught him. I thought it was a false sense of, okay, I can maybe get this guy up out of here a little early, but he was eating
Mhm.
all those punches, and I was like, yeah,
yeah.
you need to go back to the
Yeah, it
body.
was taking him very well.
Mm-hmm.
So because some of the, I would say, cleaner shots, probably the majority of the cleaner shots where you could just see it because he caught him off of the counter a lot of times were
Mm-hmm.
coming from Roach, and Zepeda, some of them, pushed him back and all that stuff, but he kept coming. I mean, nonstop, just eating those joints. And he didn't slow down. Like you mentioned, he did not slow down and he kept it going. I would have liked to see more body work from Lamont Roach as well, digging into Zepeda's body. So he was landing a lot of counters, especially with that check hook. They kept talking about that as
Mm-hmm.
well. But I would have liked to see him tapping on that body a bit more, seeing if he could slow down Zepeda. But Lamont is naturally more of a counter puncher type. And I think one of the things that, from my perspective, at least seeing him, is he never really shifted from that mentality. We saw it a little bit in the later rounds where he threw a bit more in some of those middle rounds when he got caught in exchanges, he would throw a little bit more, but
Yeah.
you rarely saw him getting off combinations, you know what I'm saying? It'd more so be one off, boom, catching with that, maybe catching with a two puncher or something like that, but a little too far in between. And Zepeda, he's coming with 3, 4
Nonstop,
punch,
yeah.
5
Yeah.
punch, that type stuff.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat hits.
Right.
Yeah, the body work, man. It was that body because I was like, that's one other thing I want to give Lamont Roach for, man. A lot of other fighters would have quit. I
Yeah.
promise.
Yeah, no
Promise
doubt.
they would have quit. And
Took a knee
shout
something.
out,
No, he
shout
game.
out to you, Lamont. You definitely you went out like a G right there because we seen stronger people quit for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
But you was just and you know what I'm saying, and then you dogged it out when I was like, man, I think he might be done, bro. And then he went back to the corner. His corner got at him. Like, hey man, you got to
Yeah.
blah 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 blah. And one other thing I want to say about that fight, thank you for the open scoring. I like the method that
Oh
you
yeah.
used it in because I think it made the fight a little bit more exciting because Roach knew that he was down X, Y, and Z. So he's
Mhm.
like, okay, and his corner's letting him know, hey, you got to get to work. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because you're down 3 or 4 rounds. One judge got it close, but that's not enough, So I like the open scoring personally. I'm a fan of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's in Vegas, right? And I mean, the first time he did it was, I believe, Ohio for Abdullah Masons, and Jimmy
Yeah.
Lennon was like, "Hello."
Yeah.
It was just all.
Oh yeah,
This seemed
yeah.
more structured. This
They
was more
didn't have it
structured. So
set right.
It was in the middle of the round while they was fighting. Oh yeah, he's down 4 rounds. He has
like,
no
what?
shot. He got
What
Yeah,
no
yeah, they
shot.
didn't go about that one right. I remember that. No, I think that's cool too, and that should be a welcome addition. I'll say on the amateur side,
Mhm.
at all of the national events, they the national tournaments or whatever, they do open scored. Here on the pro side, they mentioned it was every 4 rounds. So the amateurs is 3 rounds. So similarly, so you're gonna get those first 2 rounds on the amateur side. You're gonna get those like first 2 like sort of interchanging sort of intermitting points there with 4, then 8. And so you're gonna get the last with the actual official score. So it turns out to be 3 times, or at least 2 during the live action that you're going to get an understanding of where the scores sit. Not unlike what they're used to from an amateur perspective, is going to be 3 rounds, but those first 2 rounds, the orders are going to be out there on the boards, and then in the corners, they're going to be able to see, okay, yeah, you're down, you lost both of these first rounds, you lost, or it's even, you need to do X, Y, Z right there, and then you get the final score after the fight is open. I don't see it as a bad thing. I think it's something that could be implemented everywhere.
Listen, man.
I rock with it.
Let me get ahead. Let us get ahead. Let us get ahead of life like we usually do on this thing. All right. So if I'm a boxer, right, This judge got it 95-90 for the other guy, and I know I got 3 rounds. I'm gonna walk him over there to where she's sitting at, and I'm gonna. This is since she gave you. Yes, this is for rounds 3 and 5. You know I beat you. You see that? And I'm gonna hurt him because you don't want to give me the rounds.
I like it.
Yeah, boy, come on, man. We ahead of the game, man. We finna be on y'all.
Yeah, why not right there? Hey, and then for this fight, had noted that for Lamont Roach, this is for both of these guys, it was their first fight of 2026. Lamont, he last fought in December, which was that Pit Bull fight. And for Zepeda, his last fight was in July of last year for that fight with Shakur. So a year plus for Zepeda, pretty much 7 months there for Roach. And I know they were mentioning that some in the broadcast or whatever, like the time off or whatever. I would say that both of them looked fairly fresh coming into it, and it seems to have done Zepeda well as far as him rebounding from that Zepeda loss. And as far as Lamont Roach, of course, he's had 2 tough fights his last outings in terms of 2 draws with
monsters.
And 2 fights and 2 draws that realistically could have and probably should have been wins for him based on what we saw right there. You think that might have an effect? Because I saw some comments online saying, hey, Roach, he needs to probably after this fight, and this was prior to the fight, I was seeing some comments saying that, hey, he needs to probably just take maybe a little time off, a tune-up fight or whatever, and then get back to these top dog type guys. What do you think of that?
I wouldn't mind taking a little time off, but I wouldn't mind him going back to 130. Because O'Shaquie Foster's right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the length kind of got him with Zepeda. If he fights somebody like Abdullah Mason, he's probably has longer arms, you know. So I think he just go back down to 130, and that's wide open besides O'Shaquie Foster and Navarrete. You know, if they fight each other, then that's 3 of the belts right there. And I don't know who's the other champion down there, but I wouldn't mind seeing him go back down to 130 and kind of, you know, there's at least 2, 3 names down there he can have some fun with.
And that's a good point right there, considering, Lamont, between those fights, his last several fights, I know he's bounced between 130 and 140. I think Pitbull was 140, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he got knocked down that fight too.
What do you think there?
Yeah, man. Those are 3 monstrous fights to have back to back to back. You know what I mean? Like that's crazy. And you know what? You know, since you mentioned it, like, Lamont should be a household name, bro. Like, what are we talking about here? Like, you see his last 3 fights. How is he not? So we're doing a pretty piss poor job of marketing our people out here. We need to, you know, if you got people that are beating their wives up and getting arrested, and you know what I'm saying, having all these domestic violence cases, let's just don't focus on them. Let them deal with the court system, and let's talk about people like Lamont Roach, because it's not over for him, bro. He got a lot in the tank. This fight right here just let him know that, okay, well, damn, so there's a whole other level of conditioning that I'm not at that I probably need to get to. You know what I'm saying? And so you know, I would love, I think I'm with Clubber. I would love to see him go down a weight class if his body can handle it. That'd be great, because they talked about Navarrete coming up to 135. To see some
really, he's gonna duck O'Shaquie like that. Oh,
listen, bro, but you
but I want to see it.
Money
I would love to see that. I would love to see it.
Throwback fight. You got Navarrete who threw 1,000 punches and don't care, and you got this dude that threw 1,000 punches and don't care.
You put that on Mexican Independence Day or Cinco de Mayo weekend. Ooh, I might get sombrero. I might get
maybe that's a doable thing, because as far as O'Shaquie Foster, of course, Shakur Stevenson had got in the ring after their fight. I don't know how realistic that fight is, and Shakur.
He won't fight nobody.
I saw him was tweeting. He was tweeting or something, saying that he was. I saw something where he's saying he wanted to fight Devin Haney. So we'll see where he wants to be. You know.
Oh my God!
So maybe that makes more sense. You know what I'm saying?
They got us looking bad out here.
He don't want to take no money for Keyshawn, remember?
It's true.
He don't want to take no money for Keyshawn. That's why he won't fight Devin Haney. But Keyshawn don't want the money. But that's another story.
They got us looking bad out here right now.
Terrible.
Hey, we need the big homies, the OGs,
right,
to get into this young brother's ear and put him on game, please. Because I mean, look, you got Rolly and you got Teofimo having. They having this meeting or whatever.
Powwow.
And they talking about how they getting ready to get all this money together.
Mm-hmm.
We need to get money together. You understand what I'm saying?
It's a fight game.
Yeah.
Y'all can be friends afterwards. Listen, I'm pretty sure that any other sport, you got to go as hard as you can at your homie to make the squad. That don't mean y'all can't be friends still. Go get your money, man.
Man, get the check. I don't understand it.
That it's more money that you done made. We understand that it's not a fair deal. 75-25 probably is a little bit bogus, but you're talking to the dude who had to go to Australia twice. He had to give up
24%.
He wanted to make that move.
Way less money.
Yeah,
I respect that.
Yeah.
They was gonna get the money to Lomachenko. People like Loma, even Loma got hoes. He got hoes too, but they was giving him the money. You know what I'm saying? But you'd already put the work in. You were the Olympian, bro. You know what I'm saying? Make the fight. Y'all could do it a couple times.
I thought they said Canelo took like 14% when he fought Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? So I don't fighters do this. It's part of the game. But to say I don't want to do this, go to purse bid, and $3 million goes off the table, then you get 2.1, and it's like, come on, bro, you the businessman, right? And then you talk about how you want Bill Haney as your manager. Oh, me and Deb the same age. I only got this many fights. Why does that matter? Why if you said you want to fight him, then you said you was wolfing, and then you say you want to fight him again. And your big brother saying, hey, I don't want to take no money off of his plate, so I'll let Keyshawn fight him. But Dev has to drop the belt. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Come on. Yeah. Hey, and that's one of the things. It's a fight game. That's how you make your money right there. And if you're a fighter, then you're looking to maximize what you can get from a profit perspective. And if that means working with someone who, hey, y'all may have a cordial relationship or whatever it may be, but you got to make that happen right there. You know what I'm saying? Mike Tyson talked about it when he was talking about how back in the day, Sugar Ray Leonard and I mentioned it before too. Mentioned this quote, I'm sure. Sugar Ray Leonard, he didn't want to fight Henry Armstrong, but Henry Armstrong, he's a little past his prime or whatever. But Henry Armstrong let him know, hey, this is how I make my money. This is how I apply my trade right here. Yeah, I may be, you can think whatever you want as far as where I'm at right now in this game, but this is how we make our money right here.
That's right.
And so when you're out here just selling these wolf tickets, I mean, you're not doing anybody any favors. And I'll say, I've given Shakur Stevenson the benefit of the doubt, but he's been doing a lot of talking, man. I want to see some action. If you really think you're ready and want to fight all these dudes, make it happen. And if you can beat them, like I think many expect that he can beat these guys, then it's gonna elevate you to that status as the dude.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You call the shots from there.
Yeah. But that goes with the legacy talk, man. It really do. It go with the legacy talk. It's like, what are you trying to do? Are you just trying to make the maximum amount of money that you want to make in your career? Or are you trying to be remembered as the actual best fighter of the time? You know what I mean? Because people are going to go back. When we go back and look at Canelo Alvarez's record, nobody's going to remember all the people that he ducked. All they're going to see is Hall of Famers on there that he's fought and beat. That's all they're going to know. And that's what's stamping his legacy, and that he made the most money ever. Eventually, it'll be that way. So what y'all want to do, man? I think you could do both. I think you can still get paid, and I still think you can stamp your legacy.
No doubt about it. Yeah. We see far too often where that doesn't happen. Go ahead, Cody.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I think honestly, there's a lot of resentment for Devin Haney. A lot of them just don't like him because when he came in the game, remember, Devin Haney Promotions was there from day one. Yeah, Mayweather was unhappy with him and Shakur because he didn't sign with the money team. So when he made that deal with Matchroom, he was making all that money in the zone as a young fighter, making them M's, and they weren't.
He built the zone.
He built the zone, and then now you look at Devin Haney, he's probably the most. I would say he's the most feared fighter right now, besides Boots in his weight class. I think Shakur said, "Go fight Boots," but nobody wants to fight the guy. You can say what you want to say about the Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia is saying he won't fight him until they admit that there's some foul play. You chose not to go to court, Mr. Garcia. So shut up about that stuff, okay?
Right.
You failed VADA and you failed New York Commission drug test. You could have went to court to fight that, but you rather pay $1.5 million and let it go away and get suspended. So I don't want to hear none of that stuff about Haney's need to admit that they did some foul play. But that's the one fight I see like nobody wants to fight the guy. Like this is so weird in this era. And Haney, you can say he's goofy, he's this and he's that, but he wants smoke with everyone, but nobody wants smoke with him.
Yeah, it is moving kind of funny though, right?
It is.
It seems like boxing is moving funny because Teofimo just got wiped out by Shakur, and now he's fighting for a championship against his homeboy. Like, come on, man! Aren't there like at least 8 other people that are in the like WBC rankings that you know what I'm saying that have been waiting for their opportunity to get a world title shot? What are we doing here? How is like you're taking
crooked.
people who you think are popular and are putting them in matches? No, man, give the actual athletes an opportunity. Give them a shot, man. We want to see some other people get a shot.
No, hey, I'm with that 100%. I think that is, like I said, that's pretty interesting. Those two are jumping right in there, like Teofimo coming right back off that loss, and getting another title shot right here. You know what I'm saying? And he was dominated at that. You know what I'm saying? Dominated. I don't know if he won. Maybe he won a round, maybe a round or 2. Maybe around the 2. I'm trying to recall, but I just remember it was a dominant performance by Shakur. You know what I'm saying? And and now we're getting Teofimo versus Rolly, and titles on the line, right? So that is pretty interesting and I don't know what the deal is with Haiti. I mean, as far as maybe some people don't like his personality or whatever, but as far as a guy who's seemingly stood behind the notion of, hey, I'll fight whoever they put in front of me.
This
he
is
seems
dad.
to be that guy right there. You know what I'm saying?
They just don't like his dad. His dad is, his dad talks a lot.
His dad is funny.
You need that.
Yeah, his dad is great for boxing. He is great for boxing.
Need that. If we've had that, I mean, come on.
Gotta have it. We talked about it before.
He is great for boxing.
Daniel Dubois. That's another one. No personality.
Right.
He needs a Bill Haney or for every Brock Lesnar, there's a Paul Heyman. Okay.
Right.
For every whatever, there's a manager, somebody who's popping off. You need that if that person doesn't have no personality. It is what it is.
Yeah. I'm in agreement right there. So, but I think that hey, we got to start putting more props on Haney. I would say out of that bunch when we were looking there, as far as that crop of those that hey, okay, we want to see these fights here at lightweight or whatever and see who comes out on top or whatever. He's the only one he's the one I would say that has really taken the bull by the horn and really, showed that, hey, he's willing to do what it takes to go to Australia twice, as you mentioned. That can't be overstated. He traveled to quote unquote enemy territory to win his world title, something that some of the greats have had to do. And all things are not in your favor when you have to do something like that. Traveling to Australia, a place. And that's a place right there. That's not like traveling to the UK. You know what I mean? Australia is, isolated in a sense over there. And he did that more than once because he knew that, okay, I want the money, but I want that legacy too. And I know what it's going to mean. I know I can beat this dude, and I'm going to go over here and take his title in front of his people. You know what I'm saying? And that's what he did. He went over there and did that. And there have been greats in the past who had to travel to do that. Even here in the modern standpoint, when we think about it, Spence went over there to the UK to beat Kell Brook. You know what I'm saying? That really elevated him right there. One of the, I can't remember if Bud went over to the UK when he fought what's the name? Ricky Burns.
Ricky Burns. No, he was Australia.
Okay. Yeah. So he has that makeup right there. So one of the pound for pound top dudes out there right now. All these other cats been talking a lot of noise, but they haven't been doing it like Devin Haney. I just
want to add one thing to that. Devin Haney is a good transition. Someone else who's in Australia retired, but I will say this for the first Haney fight. Remember, they wouldn't let his dad in there until like 4 days before the fight.
Oh yeah, that is right.
They brought the head trainer, and I want to say it was Zab Judah's dad took over as head trainer until Bill got granted like 3 days before.
I remember that. Crazy.
So, if people had actually, just really paid attention to what they was doing and just actually listened to the process they went to, they probably would have figured out that Jamal Charlo was not going to be able to get into Australia. Like you get, like, hey, y'all, you hear me now? Like you can't listen. If you boxers, if you get in trouble and you get felonies and things like that,
You can't just go
felonies
anywhere.
could cause you to not be able to get a passport or a visa. So let's not get in trouble, right? I mean, we ain't gonna act like Ryan Garcia and Tiafimo ain't out here having horrible public issues, right? Very horrible, but yet they're still getting put in front of the world as what people want to be represented for boxing. Like we can't allow that because we got people in those weight classes that could beat them boys down. And so y'all got to beat them boys down beat them into oblivion, and then y'all got to fight each other. There was a black murderous role at one point, and it is what it is. Y'all got to fight each other. You know what I'm saying? Or I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know what you supposed to do, man. What are we supposed to do? What's the solution?
I say take the belts because some of the stuff they let slide so long. For Rolly hasn't fought since that time he beat Ryan Garcia.
Nobody will fight him, bro.
Well, the fight with Haney fell through because PBC messed that up before they got with the zone, because they were like, this kind of like that funny dirty money where they said Haney wouldn't get no money unless they made a certain amount instead of the guaranteed money, and that's what kind of. That's the stuff I don't like with the back behind the scenes stuff with that stuff. But it's like, if you haven't fought for over a year, why are you still champion? Why is Virgil Ortiz not fighting Fundora? Why is Fundora fighting Billy Bob Johnson? If you're the interim champion and you've been out for so long, why are they still shelving you and letting him fight, the number one contender when you're the interim champion? That's the stuff with boxing which is so corrupted. It pisses me off.
No, I'm with you there for sure. I think that stuff factors in. Shout out Coconut Shacks in the mix right there. Appreciate Coconut. Steve Zex, doing the thing right there, showing some love. Always good to have you in the mix here. But no, I think these are all great points right here, and the stuff we can't ignore because it's prevalent. And when I'm glad you mentioned Black Murderers Row right there, taking it back, old school right there, classic style. Think about that time. Think about that time. A lot of the champions were white champions who weren't given these opportunities to some of these Black Murderers Row guys. It was hard for them to actually get a chance to even fight for a title. So many greats that didn't fight for a title. In this case, we have an opportunity right here. These guys, there are a number of Black champions. They need to be fighting each other. You know what I'm saying? If they can't get these other guys to step in there, let's make it happen. You know what I'm saying? Like Haney, Keyshawn Davis, come on, Keyshawn, step in there, do the thing. You know what I'm saying? 3 million. And they said that the most that he's made, not the pocket watch or anything, was 1.5 million. So he was getting double of what he's ever made in a single fight right there. And
they could do it in Atlanta, bro. The same place. Me and my wife went to Atlanta for that Tank fight. When he reopened that place. Man, Atlanta, they will pack that stadium out, bro. You could do it 2-3 times.
Yeah, let's go. So Shakur, get in there with Devin Haney. He's right there. I mean, what else you gonna do right now? We got some other guys that are out here that are ready and down, willing and able to fight. Gary Russell Jr. They're ready. Let's get it. You know what I'm saying?
My only consolation, if Keyshawn does not fight Devin Haney, he better fight Brian Norman Jr. That needs to be like a title eliminator because they were popping off a little bit, going back and forth a couple weeks ago. I better see him fight Brian Norman Jr. That's the only consolation, and put that back in Norfolk because he said Brian Norman said that I showed up and showed out in Norfolk and you didn't. So put that fight in Norfolk. Or in Atlanta. He's from Atlanta, ain't he? So
and Haney fought Brian Norman. They were saying Norman was the boogeyman right there. You know what I'm saying? Look, Haney did it.
Just like Paro and Matisas, if they put Liam Paro and Haney, both of them fighting the boogeyman. So that's saying that might be the joint in October unification. So
yes, sir. But no, that was good stuff right there. So that's William Zepeda. It led to a number of things, but a lot in and around those areas right there. Lamont Roach, Zepeda. Then what's going on in and around 135 and such. Also on this card, of course. Raymond Murataya defeated Robson Conceição, got another shot at the world title, pretty much dominated by Murataya. Murataya is 135, but he said he's moving up to 140 now. And it was hard to make the weight. And of course, he beat Andy Cruz. Andy Cruz had a lot of backing, fanfare, hype behind him and all that stuff. And he's good, of course. He's definitely good. And Andy got a stoppage win a couple weeks ago or whatever. But that being said, Raymond Murataya, another name that's in the mix there at 140 pounds that I love to see. You know, they were throwing out Raymond Murataya versus potentially like someone like Gary Antoine Russell, which they be banging up in there. You know what I'm saying?
That'd be a good one.
Shots, you know?
Murataya was calling Shakur out. He's been calling Shakur out for probably like a couple years now.
Let's
go.
They were both top ranked at one point, you know, right there lined up. Well, at least working together, they're top ranked guys. That's interesting, right? So they should be able to make it happen. Shakur should be able to make it happen. Who is Shakur with now? The
Zuffa.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is right. He did.
Well,
yeah.
Rayo.
So he's doing all of this calling out, and now he's signed with Zuffa. Now I will say Zuffa did make they made this fight that's coming up, Conor Bean versus or
Ryan,
they're going
Ryan
to
Garcia.
Ryan Garcia Conor Bean. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's coming up.
But the WBC belt's online though. The WBC's playing with him.
It's the PED belt.
Eggs versus ashwagandha.
Well, no, but you remember Zuffa was saying they weren't playing ball. Dana was saying, "Oh, we're not going to deal with any of them or whatever." So looking like he's being forced to play ball.
Oh
you
yeah,
know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
man.
Jay Vitalia about to get his belt back too.
I caught something on one of the Zuffa shows. I caught somebody wearing some regular ass boxing trunks with their stuff on it that wasn't company issued. So maybe is he willing to adjust the rules so that people can come in with their own
I think it's
Berlanga.
Yeah, I think it's more of a trial and error for them because this is not, they're used to UFC and not boxing. All that stuff he could pull in the UFC, you could do that because you're the big dog. You're stepping into something already established. So I think he's gonna have to adapt basically to what's going on. That's what I think. As long as they put the fights on, I'm okay. But like I said, ashwagandha versus eggs, let's do this. The WBC belt is going to be online. And I'll say this, Conor Ben, he's been nothing but training, showing videos of training while Garcia's been doing all this streamer stuff, hitting people with belts, hitting people with a chair on Monday Night Raw. I understand his status as a kick streamer, getting all the non-boxing, the casuals. But if they watch the fight, hopefully they grow the sport. But I don't think he's taking this fight too serious. I mean, I got him win anyways, but I would love to see an upset.
Who you riding with on that?
Oh, I'm going with ashwagandha.
Okay.
Because Ben, I'm sorry, he started boxing at 19.
I understand, but I promise you, I think he gonna starch Ryan.
If he does,
I promise you, I think he gonna starch him.
He can take the punch because he fought a bigger dude.
Hey, you see who you think punches harder, Rolly or Ben?
I'm gonna say Rolly. I think Rolly does.
I think
what?
Rolly.
Ben fought at a 168 pounder a fight ago.
Yeah, but he
hurt him.
He looked like a malnutritioned Cleon.
But
right.
He was drained.
Bro.
He was drained.
Him.
That
fists took a whole lot out of him too. He could crack, man.
I think the weight gain, he can only do like 10 pounds over. Like he looked like Star Trek Next Generation.
Wait a minute, they ain't doing IBF. I promise you, they ain't doing IBF.
Oh, for this one? Oh, no.
Yeah, I promise you, they ain't doing IBF because that's the only one that do the 10 pounds.
No, for Eubanks though, that's what Eubanks he couldn't be over 10 pounds.
Oh yeah.
Is that what it was? Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why he looked so bad, man. That's I was like, man, Star Trek Next Generation, man. He was a Cleon.
Man,
I'm good. Yeah, I'm with Clever D right there. I think that that could have factored in the things right there. But Ben, he's intense. I think he's game and he's got a mentality about him that he's like a never die type. Doesn't seemingly want to quit type guy, but it'll be interesting. I'm leaning Ryan Garcia as well because I think that experience factors in. But hey, you never know. You know what I'm saying? You never know. Maybe his activity could do something because Ryan did look pretty crappy.
Rolly sat. Remember, Rolly sat Ryan down, right?
He did. Yeah, Ryan did look good right there. So
he did.
I promise you, I would be so happy to watch that fight.
Y'all,
y'all just wait till we come back after that fight.
Thinking about it, Yayo. Rolly fought him on the inside. If Ben can get on the inside and make this a dirty fight, because Ryan can't really fight on the inside like that. You know, he needs that distance for that left hook. So he could, you know, if he gets in his face, you know.
Ben has faster feet. Ryan has faster hands.
Yeah.
So when Ben punches from the bottom of his feet. Ryan is more like he has like a whipping motion. You know what I mean? And it's fast. It's fast. I ain't gonna he fast, but you know what I'm saying? But when somebody is punching from their legs like that, bro, I
think there still is a question of what is Ryan Garcia at this stage. You know what I'm saying? What is he? Well, I guess we'll certainly find out. I guess you could argue for both of them at this particular point. Real quick, shout out to Ryan from the 6. Appreciate you, Ryan from the 6.
Ryan.
Up in the mix. Be sure to go check him out, folks. Be sure to go follow the channel. I see a logo right there. Ryan from the 6. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate you being in the mix here. And shout out to my guy, Irony Boxing. Irony Boxing in the mix right here. Appreciate you, Irony Boxing, holding it down per usual. And hey, be sure to go check out his channel as well, folks. He goes live, talks boxing history as well as what's going on now. Some MMA wrestling stuff, I think, mixing there like yourself.
Nice.
Bubba D, you got us some all of that mixing there. So Irony Boxing. Appreciate you dropping by, my guy. Bruce Gads had dropped by earlier. Shout out Bruce Gads, Boxing Jazz, and more. Be sure to go check him out, folks. He was in the mix here that I saw earlier. I don't think I shouted it out, but yeah, appreciate you there, Bruce, in the mix as well. But we had some stuff coming in. Ryan from the 6 says Bean couldn't stop a hurt Regis. Hey, good point. Good point right there. Hey, Clover D, Regis coming up to 150 pounds.
Regis, the Rougarou, that boy got a werewolf spirit, bro. You can't stop the Rougarou, bro. Y'all don't know nothing about the people from Louisiana. That dude,
that's my people.
He's a tough.
Rougarou,
understand me. That's that swamp monster right there. That's that mythical swamp monster.
Rougarou went to war with Josh Taylor when Josh Taylor was at the peak of his career.
I thought he won that fight too.
And beat him, in my opinion.
I thought he won that fight.
That was a war. Like, you talking about everybody leaking, noses busted up, eyes swollen. Somebody, you got to eat soup for the next 2 weeks. That what type of fight that Regis is typically in.
No, that was
and he started late. He started real late. And you know what I'm saying? He started real late. So his feet has never caught up with the talents of people who've been doing it since they were 5 and 6. He never had the feet that you get from the amateurs, but he was a tough SOB and he could crack.
Irony Boxing and Ryan just added y'all. Got y'all subbed. Got y'all. But yeah, I mean, that's true. It's true. And Ben, he picked up this late. I think he started what, like 19? 19. So very interesting.
No, that makes it interesting right there. Ryan definitely has the better opposition there than being. It's going to be interesting. I think a lot of things will be told right here. It'll be very telling. Ben is the super guy they put
Ryan
a lot of backing and funding behind. So we'll see what he's able to do right here. We're going to see if that pays off. See if he lives up to what the expectation is there when you put that type of money behind a guy right there. Let's see what he does.
He's killing them in the Mexican battle because his Spanish is flawless compared to Ryan Garcia, and he calls him out on it too. He calls him a fake Mexican. And he was cussing him out, going off in Spanish, and I was like, okay, Ben, he knows the stuff.
Yeah, it's funny, ain't it? Like, I'm telling you, man, it's gonna hit different because you're gonna hear a British dude cooking you. Like, we roast, but when it comes from that accent, man, I'm gonna be dying laughing. I cannot wait to hear him talking his trash, bro. I promise you, I can't wait.
Yeah, it'll be interesting for sure there. So we're gonna be looking forward to that, no doubt about it, right there, because I want to see what goes down. Real quick, Irony had mentioned there. I know you felt there was some fishiness too there, Ernest, that Randall fight.
100%.
Irony felt that Randall got robbed in that contest with Cruel.
What do
you think? Curiel,
Honestly, I mean, you want to go? I'll go first. Well, so honestly, I felt like Randall probably could have won easily the first 4 out of 5 rounds, easily, and maybe even argue for the fifth round. He was crafty in there. He kept Curiel on the outside when Curiel would launch a lot of left hooks, and he would just be missing by miles, man. And then
Hmm.
when Curiel would get on the inside and try to do work, Randall would wrap him up and use his reach on him. And so Randall he was really putting on a boxing clinic if you ask me. If you're talking about,
Mm-hmm.
controlling the actual fight, he controlled Curiel for pretty much the majority of the fight until he got tired a little later on. And the biggest issue I had with it was one judge had it 100-90, right, 10 rounds to nothing for Curiel, who arguably lost the first 5 rounds, right. And then another judge had it 95-95. So then, with them doing this open scoring thing, or them doing this, it's like, okay, wait a minute. So how you just give that round to that person? They got their knees knocked loose in the round. You know what I'm saying? But you gave it to the other dude. So that's another reason why I'm a fan of open scoring. We need to know. We got to weed them out, man. There's no repercussions for some judge, taking away somebody's hard work. There's no repercussions for it. Like we cook everybody else every day, all the time, about the stuff that they're responsible for. But when you got a judge and you got a referee sometimes who are doing some things that seem unethical, they got to be held to task. That's
I
all.
I agree. And there's an old saying, someone pops off in a room full of people that are the ops. It's a long way to the door, baby. So, if we're doing open scoring and that judge is wrong by the eighth round, you're going to hear from the crowd. And how's that person go from point A to point C through the crowd if they're doing some blatant BS? Um,
Yeah.
for that fight, I would say it was the stigma for black fighters that we run. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking, just wondering if the judges were seeing, just because he was backing up and getting out of the way, do you call that running? But he's still having offense.
Yeah.
I feel like the judges, or that particular judge, wasn't skilled on that style of boxing. Okay, it's not all about just standing there like rock'em sock'em. Okay, if I'm elusive and I'm still hitting you, and then when you're trying to do something, I tie you up. That's part of the game. Look at
Yep.
Haney versus Cambosa part one. ESPN was hating on Haney and put up a clinch stat. Never seen that in my life. Like, what are you talking
Yeah.
about? So and these judges, I agree with you on that one, Yayo, that there need to be some type of criteria. So they're schooled on all facets of boxing, and all different styles. Because just because you see someone backing up, there's a difference between running and getting out of the way and still having offense. So,
Yeah. I mean, judges should be assigned a type. You know what I'm saying? Like you
yeah.
got one judge that's good on the boxing, loves boxing, one judge that, loves pressure, another
Hmm.
judge that likes to see how a fighter's actually controlling the fight. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And then you should be able to put whatever combination together you want, because not knowing that, somebody's going to give the same way. You're going to give, it's going to be 114 for Canelo versus Floyd, right? So
Yeah.
how are you supposed to hire that judge?
Oh,
How are you supposed to hire that? You need to know who those judges are.
That was Adelaide Bird right there.
Yeah,
hmm.
you need to know who these judges are, man. Like
That's crazy.
She a bird, all right.
Cheatham, I asked my wife, I said, what you think he getting ready to do? She said, Cheatham. Yeah.
Couldn't be a
I'm
crazy.
telling you, man. You make a meme out of these people.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
That is pretty dang funny that his last name is that, and he has some
Yeah,
pretty crazy
yeah,
scores
yeah.
at times. You
What
know
you
what I'm
think he
saying?
getting ready to do? Cheatham.
They do. I mean, they're putting it right out there in front of us. It's like right
Hmm.
there,
Yeah.
letting us know. That's crazy right there. But no, man, hopefully we get some of these legit changes. I wouldn't even mind if it was something like and I guess you could say it's a plug to my guy Jim out there. He's got fight-score.com. That's what I use when I'm scoring fights live. And
Nice.
on there you can score live, and it has criteria like, what are you seeing right there? Why did you score this round? Is this like, oh, I thought this guy was more active. He was on the front foot. He or she was on or landed the more cleaner, effective punches. Oh, there was a knockdown in the fight or whatever. That type stuff right there. Even if we did something of that nature, I think that adds to the mix as well. I will say at the national events, also on the amateur side, they use they use and if you can drop your channel in there, Ernest, that'd be good right there. So people can know. But on the amateur side, they use electronic scoring in the national events, right?
Oh,
And
nice.
so that's one of the things. Why not something like that from a pro standpoint? Now they do it at the national events, but at the club level for the amateur events around the country and all that stuff, everybody doesn't have electronic scoring, and I would say the vast majority doesn't, because of course there's a cost with the electronic scoring equipment, things of that nature. But as far as the pro ranks, they can make it happen if they really wanted to, you know what I'm saying? So if you have something like that to where you could see what some of the criteria is, or even electronic scoring as opposed to the paper, for instance. But you know, I'd imagine there's probably some old guard sort of,
Yeah,
this is how it was, or this is how it
gatekeepers.
is, and we're not
Gatekeeper, they gatekeeper.
For sure.
They gatekeeper because Chris Mannix, he's like, oh, well, I have it 97, 94. Like, but it don't matter what you say right now. You know, we didn't want to hear it anyway. We didn't want to hear it anyway. But we actually got what the judges are saying. So you can shut the hell up with all that extra shit you can talk about.
Kick them rocks, buddy.
We use AI and get you up out of here. You know what I mean?
hey, me and Chris Mannix, we were pretty much on point for most of the fight there for the Lamont Roach Jr. fight for all the night. But yeah, usually sometimes, he has some stuff. I'm like, hold up, man.
I promise you, man, hey, it's different when you got a vested interest. You know what I'm saying? So we on the outside looking in. We don't need y'all to tighten that up.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. Shout out Irony Boxing. You mentioned this Raymond Gordon 140. Yeah, we were mentioning that Irony Boxing potential good fights up there, like Gary Antoine Russell. What's the name is there?
Matthias
is there. I was about to say Dalton Smith. You got
monsters there.
The dude that beat Albert Puello. I think he's still there. So you got some you got some guys at 140 right there.
Shakur is technically still champion too, right?
I'm about to say seemingly others who are 140 and in between or whatever,
140 adjacent
or whatever. Lamont Roach potentially even, you know what I'm saying? Pitbull there. Pitbull, Zepeda. Or no, Pitbull, Murataya, that would be interesting right there.
You know
what I'm saying? Because Pitbull coming forward, and Murataya, I think, is a better boxer, but that would be interesting, exciting fight, I think. You know what I'm saying? So I like to see that.
Crash him out. Yeah, let's crash him out.
Mercado's what? Tito Mercado, he's
I think he's 142 because Shakir was calling him out. And
he's up there too.
Yeah, because Shakir was calling him out when he was still at 135 or whatever. Let's get Tito up in that thing too.
There's some heat.
What's the name there? That's right back in the mix right there with a lot of young talent. You know what I'm saying? So, no, we appreciate that. Ryan from the 6. I love the open scoring. Raymond and Zepeda were up big after 8 and didn't step off the gas. Nah, that makes you keep want to be locked in. You know, you got to go out there and continue to win this thing because the judges can sway things, as we all know right there. And some of the stuff that we're talking about with that open scoring right there, that will make you look at people funny. And then maybe even some like, hey, if you turning in this crazy stuff like a draw in a fight that the other two judges got it wide, then maybe you got to sit down and do some lower level fights. You don't need to be doing these TV fights or whatever, or the televised portion or whatever, or take some time. Like, what do you need to do to get yourself back to where you need to be? They do that on the amateur side. If you're at a national event or whatever and your scoring is crazy, they'll take you off the score and they'll send you back there to work the glove table, that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
I like it. I like it. But
they don't seem to do that in the pro ranks, and it makes you wonder why. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Scared of accountability, scared to say the person they hired was wrong, just saying, hey, we hired the best of the best. So, no, it's just an off night,
Andy Hiroka, that's who Gary Russell fought.
Oh, that guy is tough.
Oh, yeah, he's not the Japanese guy.
He's tough,
he's going to be a problem for
a
lot of people.
He's tough.
Yeah, he's gonna be a problem for a lot of people.
Yeah, he's the Blackanese kid right there. Neither one of y'all spent time in Japan, did you?
No,
I've been to Japan a couple times.
Okay, you know Andy?
Yeah, I wasn't stationed there.
I was stationed over there. Andy, holla at me.
I was in Korea, stationed in Korea twice too. So I had my Asian sample. You know what I mean?
Oh, the
Just a matter of fact,
juices.
that thing right there from Asia. That's from Asia. That's from Asia. That's definitely from Asia. Yeah, we've been over there. We understand.
All right, Andy. Yeah, Andy
Yeah, I
and
can say
Roka.
hi.
Yeah.
I can say hi in damn near 5 different Asian languages.
Oh my goodness.
Stupid.
Hey,
Chinese, Korean, Japanese, Mongolian. God damn, bro. The world is a beautiful place, y'all. Y'all need to get out a little more.
Oh yeah, you definitely gotta do that. Definitely gotta do it. I only brought this up. I didn't know about this, but I forgot about Kid Austin there,
yeah.
135er. He says I heard a purse bid was ordered for Kid Austin versus Lucas Body. That's an interesting fight right there. Body, you remember he knocked out Aston Seal.
Yeah.
That one puncher kind of.
That's the problem. That's another problem we have with belts because we've let Tank have a honeymoon with that WBA for how long now, and Kid Austin should be the champion. He should.
Come on, man.
Like, why are we still? That's the problem with boxing.
We can't even be biased. We can't even be biased or anything in relates to that. Why does he still have the thing? If he's just sitting out there, doing crazy stuff.
Take it away.
In legal issues and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And he just sitting there with it.
Same as Shakur under WBO. Take it away.
Come on, man.
Well, say Zuffa's doing something. I mean, they trying to make a move, man.
They are.
I agree with some of it. I want to be very clear. I agree with some of it.
If it makes sense,
I'm not all the way. I'm not 100% on board with the stuff that they're doing, but some of it I do agree with.
Yeah, no doubt about it. But yeah, that should be a good one right there. Iron Boxing. I like Kid Austin in there, but I don't know. Body is nice with it. I think it's a good fight. Good matchup for both of them. Probably a needed matchup right here.
Hopefully no food poisoning.
At this particular time. Well, yeah, hopefully not any of that. Shout out to Faye Loves Nature. Hawkeyes, appreciate you there, Faye. Hey, always a pleasure to have you in the mix here, showing some love right there. Shout out to Rock Chalk True Crime as well.
Rock Chalk.
I know you came up from Rock Chalk's channel right there. Hey, appreciate you always showing love there, Faye. Be sure to go follow her, subscribe at Faye Loves Nature. Hawkeyes right there, folks. Appreciate you. Iron Boxing mentions Andy Hiroka to me is more dangerous than Oscar Duarte. Duarte. Is he 140 now? 135. But yeah, hey, he's another one. He's with it. Did Duarte and Zepeda fight? Did they fight?
Duarte fought Ryan Garcia.
Okay.
Somebody pulled out on Duarte fight recently.
Did he fight Zepeda? I remember he fought another offensive guy.
I remember someone pulled out recently. I want to say, God, who pulled out?
Oh yeah, he beat Kenneth Sim Jr. I remember seeing that. So yeah, he hadn't fought. What's the name? Zepeda, but that would be another one. I feel like that might have been mentioned or something at some point, but maybe I'm wrong. Oh yeah, he beat Angel Fierro too. So Duarte, he's at super lightweight. So yeah. Hey, he's another one in the mix there. Another one. So 140, they got some people.
I'm all for
it. Hey, we on the same page right there, my man. So yeah, let's get it. Faye mentioned stopping in to say hello to y'all and show support. Hey, appreciate you there, Faye. Be sure to go show Faye some love, folks. We appreciate her always coming through in the mix of it. Amen, Rock's family. Yes, indeed. Ryan from the Six mentions Duarte
Hitchens, that's what it was.
Hitchens.
That's what it was.
I wonder if it can still happen. So Duarte told him, boy, right? Hitchens didn't make the weight, right?
Yeah, Hitchens couldn't make the weight. That's what it was.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. That would have been interesting. That would have certainly been interesting. And I know that's a matter of fact, that was not too long ago. So Hitchens, he did fight on the Zuffa card that had come up here a week or so ago, whatever. And I thought he looked pretty good. He looked pretty good.
He looked good, but he's on the list of you're barking a lot. I could fall asleep in your fight sometimes, Hitchison. It's you're not as exciting as you think you are.
Now he said he hurt his hand, but it looked like that guy was right there for the taking, the stopping. You know what I'm saying? And this was at 147 pounds because Zuffa doesn't have the in between weights. They said the original weights is what they're going with. So this is 147 Hitchens. And he dominated or whatever. He said he hurt his hand, but it looked like he had that guy ready to go. But he ended up just having a dominant victory there But that being said, he's Zuffa. Okay, so Zuffa has Hitchens, Shakur Stevenson, Connor Ben that are all in that 147 atmosphere, or they could make that, you know what I'm saying, and make a fight happen or whatever it may be. They probably have some other guys there that I'm not thinking of, but what do you think there with Hitchens 147, or maybe even a Hitchens Devin Haney if Zuffa's gonna play ball with other promoters right there? Both of them seem available right now. You know what I'm saying?
Man, go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, I wouldn't mind seeing that. Or there's if Haney doesn't go for Para, you got Hitchens right there. Or also, they can do a grudge match with Tiger Johnson for Haney. But there's a couple of options for Hitchens, maybe Brian Norman Jr.
Brian Norman Jr. Yeah.
So I wouldn't mind.
Dude, I mean, listen, there's still other people. See, we're all repeating the same names over and over again. There are other people that are ranked in each of those divisions that still haven't had an opportunity.
It's true.
Like, I mean, we got to get these guys. What's the point in having the rankings of 1 through 10 in each weight class if you're gonna take a guy, from 130 pounds and shoot him up to 140? You know what I'm saying? To go fight for a fantasy belt.
No, that's true. No, you're right. You're right.
You're wasting those guys' time and careers by.
I do want to see more of these guys get their shot. No, I'm with you right there. I think you make a good point.
Good point.
I'm looking at the that made me go look at the rankings right here. For instance, at welterweight, according to the Ring, of course, right now the Ring champion is vacant, but you got Haney 1, Brian Norman 2, Jack Catterall. That's another one. He did move up to 147. I think he could be a problem right there stylistically for a number of individuals. You got Emantas Stanionis, who's still out there.
Yep.
They have Garcia ranked 5 there. Then they have Rohan Polanco. Polanco looks pretty promising. Looks pretty good. Raul Curiel, who that was the one that just fought, right?
Yeah, he got Randall.
Yep, so he's there. Then you got Alexis Rocha. I think him and Curiel fought previously.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I feel like Rocha went up to 154, fam. I think one of those guys end up going to 154.
Could be Rocha. Yeah, it could be. This is the Ring, but of course, I think they base it on kind of where they were at least until they make it super official or enter that next fight. But you're right, there are a number of guys. I want to see Stanionis back in there. Jack Catterall, that's a name I wasn't thinking of, but Jack Catterall, I mean, let's get it. Hey, I like Jack Catterall's style right there, man. He's one of them patient cats. He sit back there, he got that style. You try to get in on him, you just get that timing down and all that stuff. Old school like Benny Leonard. I made a video on him or whatever. So he would be an interesting fight for anyone at 147. Ring that has him at number 3 right now. So
he got screwed against Josh Taylor that first fight.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Catterall. He should have won that one. They screwed him.
Yeah.
Man, I'm telling you, man, it'd be some funny going zones in boxing. Y'all know, who you can count on to say something about it for sure.
Oh yeah. Shout out to Ball and Buds in the mix right here. LFG brother, great show. I appreciate you there, Ball and Buds.
Yeah, what up, Bo?
To Omar holding it down over there. Be sure to go to subscribe to Ball and Buds if you haven't there, folks. Check them out over there doing the thing. Hey, good to see you there, Omar, dropping by, showing some love. Ryan says, "Yep, all the paying section fees just got just to get jumped and get put back put to the back of the line." Yeah, that is crazy.
Yeah,
right there.
Yeah.
Them fees got paid for them rings. You know what I'm saying? Them fees got paid for them rings. And them fancy belts the WBC be doing.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Y'all know my opinion on it. They created a Aztec belt. I was like, oh, wait till us go over there and fight for that.
Hey,
we'll take that.
Tierra Brown got the Juneteenth belt. She got the Juneteenth belt.
She got the Juneteenth belt. Oh yeah, I didn't see that one next time.
See, she brings that up next time.
Oh yeah. Juneteenth belt.
I won't mind checking that out.
Joan Tate. I forgot about that. Hey, I like when they're sanctioned bodies, you're paying a fee to them. Hey, if they're making belts, then I like it.
Come on with it.
Do something with it. Do something with that money right there. Like I said, they had a ring for that fight between Zepeda and what's the name? Look, rivaled that of a Super Bowl style ring.
They kind of stole that idea from PFL. When PFL fought Bellator, they had like a big thing they fought overseas, and you got a ring. When you take the ring off, it goes into the belt. Also, it was dope. It was pretty dope looking.
Okay.
So they kind of stole that from them, but and PFL. I'm telling you right now, I might do a story on this later. But Jake Paul, and,
they merged.
Them merging MVP and PFL going together. Now, 3 of the fighters from that Netflix special they had already signed with the UFC. They were like, "Oh yeah, we got some famous go to UFC." But now they have if they show those fights on Netflix and they do a Rico Verhoeven versus Francis Ngannou.
Oh yeah,
you know how many people are gonna watch that?
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, UFC they got a problem, and he's already said the boxing MMA guys they're gonna let them go.
Let's get it.
So it's gonna
be
very interesting.
I'm glad you brought that up right there. I did see that news right there, and I think that's big time. There's also some competition for the UFC.
Real competition.
And you need that right there because they pretty much came through and just souped up pretty much everything from an MMA perspective, buying all the promotions and all that stuff, making them largely the only game in town. Now, Dana White had noted that, nobody's watching those two. He's like, nobody. I saw a video. He's talking about nobody's watching that. Nobody's watching MVP. Nobody's watching PFL. So you just had 2 companies merged that nobody watched. I think he knows. I think he's probably triggered by it. He knows that some things could change right here, especially when you get to factoring in that pay aspect of it, and that's always something that's come up with the UFC fighters right there.
Yeah, they're fighting first.
Dynamic right there, and UFC, of course, is the billion-dollar company or whatever. So in theory, you would think that their guys should be making the most as far as all the MMA fighters out there, but that is not necessarily the case on all fronts right there. So I think he probably understands too that this is some competition being thrown in the mix, regardless of what he's saying.
They do, and they got a couple. They got a couple young fighters. They got Umar Nurmagomedov. They got him. They got Josh Elvin. They got a couple guys that can be names if they market them correctly. What you do, kind of like you do with the MVP show on Netflix, get some Mike Perry or something like that to fight. Get the eyes to watch, and then showcase these younger guys under that. That's it's the oldest trick in the game.
The formula works. Like it works.
Yeah.
Hey, I disagree. We fight all night. TV says they're not competition at all. No one cares for PFL and no one cares for MVP. We'll see. People care for MVP. I think they've been doing for sure. Right there.
Look at the numbers on Netflix against the White House. 7 million versus 9-point-something million. Some people were watching against Netflix. So, it is what it is.
And the PFL, I think you're gonna still have some of that is going down right there. But we need the competition. Would you say we need competition? Should UFC be the only game in town right there? We fight all night TV? I don't think so.
Yeah. When we had
bad.
When we had WWF, we had WCW. Everybody was the Monday Night Wars. WWF was the big dog. WCW was always looked at as a smaller organization. They won for 83 weeks in a row on Monday night on the Monday Night Wars.
83 weeks.
So you got to have some type of parallel. Now, when they bought them out, it got stupid. But you got to have some type. For every UFC, there's always a Strike Force. There's always a Bellator. There was a WECF first with a lot of weight guys, and they got bought. You got to have something. That's the counteract on.
Okay. Well, listen. It's not anybody's competing with Viacom. When you say Viacom, you're talking about one of the families who.
That's
like we're talking about a large percentage of the world. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So that's hard to compete with. That's money that's money that's before slave time money.
I'll say this though. They had Bellator and them. They had them on Spike TV after UFC made Spike TV. So it's not like it's the same. And I'm not trying to say
they were like on MTV at one point.
Yeah, I mean
MTV, that type stuff.
Spike was nothing until the UFC, the Ultimate Fighter show, when especially when Forrest Griffin fought Stephan Bonner, like the ratings jumped after the first, second round. So I mean, I see what he's saying, but I'm just putting this is a different era, and they got that ESPN and Netflix exposure where they didn't really have a package when they were on there. PFL was, so We'll see.
But no, that's good to go. But no, we fight all night TV. That's good stuff. So he does NBA, he's an MMA creator. Got you right there. Hey,
Gotcha.
I feel you there. When we fight all night. He's like, does the NBA have competition? Hey, I feel where you're coming from right
We
there.
They got competition. But
hey,
listen, we talking about juggernauts here. They
okay?
step on bugs and squish them dead. You understand what I'm saying? We're talking about a juggernaut. The NBA can step on somebody and erase
compare the two. Come on now. You know better than that. You know better than that. We fight all night. You know better than that. Come on now.
The NBA, so y'all see what's happening with the big three. Ice Cube came up with something when he created the big three. You understand what I'm saying, right? So the NBA is his only. That's the one thing that they're trying to stop him from being successful, but he's still managing to make this thing work.
No, they don't like it. They don't like it.
We need the competition. Monopoly's got to go away.
Oh yeah, well, hey, USC. No, I think you're right. It is like the NBA. Hey, we need some competition out there. But no, I got you there. We Fight All Night TV. Shout out to We Fight All Night TV. Okay. Check out his channel over there, folks. You got a lot of content over there. We Fight All Night.
Yeah, let me go do it. Let me add him real quick.
Hey, I'm subscribing over there. I want to check it out. Don't have to drop in. Show some love right there. But no, I think that's a good point. We're talking about competition, but yeah, UFC. I mean, they got that $1 billion deal with Paramount. So yeah, that's a game changer right there. So MVP can't compete with that certainly from a financial standpoint. Hey, we're gonna see what happens right here if they can do anything. But I do know that with the Bellators and the like, they had Scott Stoker, who's a pretty solid mind as far as the MMA stuff. But yeah, they could never hold up.
Strike Force, yeah.
Yep, Strike Force. I remember I used to watch that, all that good stuff. But hey, one of those things, I suppose. But we'll see how things continue forward here as time goes on in that regard. But I do know that it seems that Dana White and Jake Paul, they don't like each other there.
Only one really going to benefit out of this are us, the viewers. You know what I'm saying? Because we'll get fights that normally wouldn't happen, or fights that shouldn't happen that might turn out to be pretty interesting. And I'm not going to complain about that. I mean, trust me, I don't think they're going to be up there with you. We know that obviously, but it's a conversation to where UFC is going to have to counteract to this, and they're going to want to go all out to put on good fights, and that's what I'm all here for.
I mean, the void needs to be filled. Like Turkey, that Turkey money is not drying up. It's getting ready to get passed down to somebody. You know what I'm saying? But he's in his particular family, he's a sports guy. You know what I mean? So
Ted Turner with WCW.
Yeah, he's a sports guy. So somebody got to fill that void.
Yeah, no, I think you're right there. So that's gonna be interesting.
50 Cent, where you at, bro? Listen, 50, listen, man, you're a brilliant dude, 50. I know you can figure this out.
He tried.
Remember?
He had Andre Ward. He had Rigondeaux. True.
Floyd was in the way, man.
Jay Prince was riding with 50 and them. Jay Prince was with them, and Jay Prince with Jay-Z. He's with Jay-Z, I think.
Yeah. Hey, 50. He's got a new show called Fightland. Looks pretty interesting.
Started this weekend.
Oh, it's already. Is it like the full season out, or
no? I think it's one episode at a time.
British guy, right? Like a British.
I'm thinking about checking it out. Yeah, it's got a boxing theme to it, and more stuff, of course, not just solely boxing, but it's called Fightland. I was thinking about checking it out right there. So 50. Hey,
sure did.
Let's see what's up right there. You know what I'm saying? Irony says just that we fight. Hey, appreciate you there, Irony. Ryan from the Sixers, Al Heyman blocked 50 out of the whole game. Oh yeah.
Sure did.
It's crazy. But hey, that's when everything was all good between the Haydens and the Mayweathers of the world and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because 50 did have an SMS promotion, but he was trying to do the TMT thing. But yeah, that would have been interesting, But 50, hey, he's able to make some pretty solid business moves from overall perspective.
He got some say. He got some skin in the game.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So
he got some skin in the game.
Sometimes, maybe I know him and Floyd had a falling out or whatever, and sometimes you gotta just sit down as men and rectify things right there. But at this stage, I know I want to see if Floyd he's down for it at this stage or whatever. But maybe the back and forth has made that too much of an oddity.
We found out who was right. That's what happened. We found out who was right. Somebody has has stars on lock, and somebody else is fighting mafia kids.
Right. Crazy, right? That's crazy right there. That's what you see who he putting on right there. You know what I'm saying?
Stupid.
You can do exhibitions with a lot of people. That's who you putting on, huh?
Yeah,
You know
exactly.
That's crazy right there. That's crazy. We didn't mention Charles Conwell, but he looked good against Paul Crow. Heavy-handed country strength type dude right there. Charles Conwell bouncing back. He just landing some big shots. I think he can be a problem still there at 154, I believe is what it is.
Put them neck bones of rice on somebody. Put them neck bones of rice on them. You know, that's all he did.
Yeah, he had that one slight setback, but he's generally looked pretty decent each time we've seen him in the mix.
Yeah, he's the one that fought the kid who passed.
Yeah, Patrick Day.
Yeah, Patrick Day.
I remember Patrick Day.
I remember that story. All day. Yeah, RP. Yeah. But yeah, man, Charles definitely. It seemed like he had a little bit of rust though. He looked a little bit rusty to me. But I mean, overall, I think he had a great performance. He crowded a lot of his work. That's not something that he normally does. And I mean, he broke Buddy down. And it looked impressive to me. You know, I wish he had a pick KO 8 and he did it in 9. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he's that dude, man. And 154. That division is loaded, man. There's
loaded.
All of these divisions are loaded. They just need to put the fights together.
Right. Right. Hey, we need everybody all hands on deck as far as that.
Him versus Virgil Ortiz will be a cold fight.
Man, there you go. Put that on right now.
That'll be a heavy-handed fight right there. So let's make that happen for sure. I'm down for that. Yeah, you got that. Of course, we deal with Fundora still out there.
He would give Boots some problems too.
Boots. Yeah. Hey, Zoo got this win over Spence, which I'm sure we can chat about. But hey, we'll see what Zoo feels like. He's right back in the mix, so he's gonna be in there with some of these guys here at some point, I suppose, and one of them at least. So we'll see what he does. And Ryan mentioned that Paul Crow got some crazy durability. I thought he was gonna get stopped early. I did too. He was taking some heavy shots.
He was coming back, man. I don't know how he got that cut. We had a cut on top of his head. It was leaking down from the S curl. He was there in his face.
Irony mentions, have you guys seen Hajime no Ippo? Love that anime, and I'm not even a big anime guy. I'm not a big anime guy. Clubber, you probably have seen it.
God, hell no. I don't
watch I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it. We've had some cats who are more anime.
Nick,
I need to check it out, though. I've heard about it. There. I have it.
I know a few animes, but like the main ones, I don't really watch it like that. They're too... I can't do it.
Ryan says salute to We Fight All Night TV. They might is there a Zuffa thing? There might be another Zuffa card coming up. Good one. I had to look that up right there. Good point there, Ryan. But yeah, Zuffa, they did have that card. I think we all checked out with Berlanga, taking on Stephen Butler, which had some pretty exciting moments in that
action. It was action.
And how we were talking about, Berlanga, he had his trunks. I noticed him and Hitchens, they had on different trunks. Berlanga had that one with the little cross. I forget what that little brand. I see it on jeans. I don't like them, but
True Religion. It's not True Religion, is it?
No, it's something else. We probably know these youngsters be wearing them.
I'm
y'all. Hey, if y'all some youngsters in the comment, you know what I'm talking about right there.
Somebody said they back wearing bell bottoms.
Those little jeans with I forget what I think they have some bedazzles on them too, but I see those crosses. I gotta Google it, but I don't like them though. But it's great.
I see the Instagram skit. This girl said, "Girl, I went to the club and I left up out of there. My legs was all scratched up. The jeans was all bedazzled." Bro, y'all wearing some bedazzled jeans and y'all scratching the ladies' legs up, bro. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
I'm happy they dancing. They used to just stand around in the VIP. Don't talk to nobody.
They grinding on girls and cause it superficial damage to the epidermal layer.
So on the 8th, We Fight All Night TV says on the 8th, Zuffa card. So that's going to be, because they just had 9, right? So this is going to be 10.
Okay.
Okay. Is that Oscar Valdez? Oh, no, that's not. Oh, no, Berlanga might have been. Oh, yeah, Berlanga was 9. So it's going to be Zuffa Boxing 10, I suppose.
Okay.
Let me see here. Oh, yeah, Aaron McKenna, Elenoso Olinha. I know Aaron McKenna. You got Caleb Walsh versus Tyler Denny. Interesting right there. Caleb Walsh.
That's a good fight.
He's in Ireland. Then
Dana White had previously, under the promotion prior to Zuffa Boxing.
Yeah,
right there. Okay, so this must be going down over there. This might be the one that's going down in Ireland or something like that.
Yeah, the Katie Taylor head buttathon. Looking for the next.
Gonna be in Dublin.
Pack your seasonings.
Okay. This will be interesting right there. Gonna tune in. So August 8th, that's the next Zuffa one going down right there. So Caleb Watts co-main, but McKenna, he's the main event. I like McKenna.
Oh, they got Chernika. They got Chernika on there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they do.
Chernika Johnson.
Oh yeah, Chernika, Australia, right there.
Representing.
Right from the 6th. Shout out to my Canadians, Rozicki and Butler, both in some action-packed wars. Yeah, no doubt about it right there. But hey, Butler, man, I feel like Butler, if he had a little bit more confidence in getting in there and exchanging, knowing he could hurt Berlanga, he could have really did some stuff because he
should have banged him out, bro.
Right, he had him right. You know what I'm saying? And Butler's loss, all of his losses have been via stoppage, actually. But I've seen some of the other ones, man, and I feel like it's a mental thing. You know what I'm saying? He's taking some big shots or whatever, but I think he's not put enough faith in his power and what he can do. You know what I'm saying? In some of those moments. But hey, I'm not in there. Of course, he's the one in there. But man, he had Berlanga hurt.
You did.
Yeah, everybody had Berlanga hurt. He shot.
Right.
Right. He is. I think he is. He's like a couple notches below like Joshua, as far as being, the shottiness.
Yeah. Hey, that's another one right there.
he man, listen, he got one of the funniest I've been knocked down, I'm finna get up faces in the history of the sport. When Berlanga get up, bro, he be acting like you know what I'm saying? Like bro, you just got you got knocked out, right?
Like he's a Hulk, like turned to a Hulkamaniac or something like that. He's like, okay, yeah.
Your balance is not there no more. You know what I'm saying? Them legs,
right.
Start doing bachata.
So he's a major. So he's a top level player there at Zuffa. So it's going to be interesting, to see who he's matched up against. I feel like this was one. Was this at a catch weight? I'm trying to remember if this was a catch weight because he was a 168er. I'm trying to recall, but it will be interesting to see where he goes from here. You know what I'm saying? As far as being able to, or who's that name he's in with next, or what Zuffa does with him. Maybe it's someone else, another Stephen Butler type fight. But depending on what he wants to do or whatever, if they would go out and seek like a title fight or a rematch with Hamza Shiraz or something right there,
Man, no, we are not letting Hamza Shiraz slide, bro.
Oh yeah, hey,
what they did to us in that fight had to be like one of the greatest setups in the history of the world. But Hamza Shiraz fought that dude, bro. They didn't. I think Hamza might have hurt him one one and didn't punch him for another 40 seconds. He was supposed to knock that dude out in like round 1 to 3. He didn't knock the dude out. And by the end of the fight, one judge had it 95-95. So he got specifically a majority decision in the fight that he pretty much won every round.
Oh, he
didn't knock him out.
Talking about Hamza Shiraz against who was the guy?
Last weekend,
Simon.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like that.
I was thinking of
you think that?
Fight.
Look, they robbed a bank, fam. That's a bank.
You think so?
That's an open day heist.
I thought so with the other one.
Hey, we're on the opposite ends right there. I scored it. I thought it was a draw. I thought it was a draw right there, Ernest. because
The
I feel
Hamza
like
Shiraz fight.
yeah. I
That
feel like
wasn't a fight. That was a sparring session.
I feel like he was hitting dudes.
They weren't trying to go at
he
it.
landed a good shot and he wasn't throwing.
Man, when he actually hit Buddy, it looked like Buddy didn't want no more work, bro. I'm telling you, when you go back and rewatch that fight, you'll see that he was not trying to do nothing, bro. They robbed the bank. Hamza was supposed to knock that boy out.
He was supposed to knock him out, but I
the
feel like he
whole
wasn't
bag
doing
was
anything
on
though.
Hamza by knockout.
Hey, I feel like Hamza was not doing anything though when he had the dude hurt and stuff. He was just there and
That's what I'm talking about, because everybody bet the knockout. So he got a majority. So
the work.
Put the bag on the majority.
Yeah, the work was in. It wasn't like when he fought that cab driver in the pyramids. It wasn't like the cab driver when he fought in the pyramids.
Because it's like this dude surviving to the end of the round, to the all 12 was like plus 4,100. Like he's not, or minus 41. He's not making it to the end of this fight. He's not making it. They had him stopping him before round 3.
Yeah.
And he went the distance with this dude and didn't try to hurt him or nothing.
I don't know what was up right there. But that's why I'm saying. That's why I had it. I was scoring it and I scored it a draw. I thought that Hamza didn't do enough because he would land a big shot or whatever, and then he would just get back to doing
let off on the gas. Yeah, dude, come back. Pity pat him
because he's not stopping. He know that if he put 10% on that thing, that boy going to sleep. Because we saw what 10% looked like.
So what we given that because I thought Duke was throwing more punches than Hamza was, especially in a lot of those middle to late rounds when Hamza just seemed to take his foot off the gas. That's why I ended up having to draw. I just didn't. He would land. He may land a big shot or whatever. I just think he wasn't doing enough of anything.
Okay. So you saw what Hamza did to Berlanga.
Yeah.
You saw what he did to our boy Austin Elbow Williams.
Yeah.
You said he's a killer, bro. He heavy-handed.
It is interesting.
He's knocking everybody out. This caliber of person that he fought that person that he just fought wasn't any better than probably anybody he fought in his career that he didn't already stop. So what he did was no, bro. I promise you, go back and watch.
Yeah, I feel
with a different light.
I'm about to rewatch that one because
I thought he should have. Yeah, I do think that he could have got dude. I don't know what the deal was right there.
He didn't try, and in the corner was like they wasn't urging him to like, bro, get this dude up out of here. Like
that is
Vegas said over under 3.5 rounds.
That makes it interesting. Thinking about it. I wasn't thinking about it from that perspective. You know what I'm saying?
They don't do that.
I don't really take into the betting aspects.
Yeah, me either. Yeah. That makes it interesting right there.
There's a little tip for y'all for the boxing league, right? There's a little tip for y'all. I can't give y'all too much sauce because I stay in the top 5.
Hey, I might get perfect next week. We'll see.
Yeah, I know, right?
Hey, Ryan for the 6 says Hamza's on a protection program, and I hope Billy spoils the party and beats Canelo just to mess up all the plans.
I think he will.
Hey, I want to see that. Let's get it. I want to see somebody in there push Hamza again. You know what I'm saying? We want to see that for sure. I like Hamza though. There, Ryan.
How you think that fight go?
Man,
and Billy and Hamza.
Which one?
Both of them.
I think if Billy and Hamza, that's gonna be just like Adamas and Hamza, and Adamas won that fight.
Yeah, I did think that Adamas got Hamza in that fight. I did think that. I think Mbili, if we see Mbili on his game, like we've been seeing him fighting, like he was getting Lester Martinez, I think he can get him, man. Because Mbili, man, he comes forward, throws a ton of shots. Yeah. That's what I want to see from Mbili against Canelo.
Yeah, that's what I want to see too.
I think if that version of Mbili that we expect, hey, don't get in there and be all, the moment's so big, I got to show respect. I'm in here with Canelo. I don't want to see any of that type stuff right there, touching gloves after rounds and all that. No, go in there with a killer instinct, and I think Mbili can outwork Canelo, but it all is going to depend on the mentality of Mbili, I feel.
Yeah, because man, when Canelo left that left hook off to the liver, when he let the left hooks off on him, it's gonna be something serious. Yeah. But man, listen, I want Mbili to win so bad, bro. Like I do, I want him to win. I really do. But I don't know, man. His defense is whack, bro.
There's no
his defense is his offense. His offense is what his defense is. But man, I don't know. I'm here for it.
But he can outwork Canelo. Remember, William Skull, Canelo was in there just chasing him around for 12
Footwork,
rounds.
he's too flat foot.
Barely landed anything. But Billy gonna be there in the pocket. He's gonna force a pace that Canelo hasn't had to fight at in a minute. You know what I mean?
It's Triple G.
Well, I don't want to be either be a Triple G fight or a Kirkland fight. Because Kirkland's whole thing was going to be in Canelo's face. We saw what happened. So,
well, I want to see him bring it out of Canelo. Let's see if Canelo still got that in him. You know what I'm saying?
Man, Canelo had that boy tooting that thing up. That was
that
was bad. Oh man, I see Canelo do some people bad, man.
Word on the curve is, he couldn't have Ann Wolf in his corner. Word on the curve. I know that's true.
He didn't.
He didn't have Ann Wolf.
He always looked bad without her in the mix too.
He was face, like you said, he was face down. You know what up?
Yeah, right. Crazy man. And highlight reel became a highlight reel for sure. Ryan says, "And Billy can't respect Canelo in the ring. Don't do the Charlo. Definitely not that. And Billy better go and dog walk Canelo. That's what I think he's got to have that mentality.
Yeah.
Even if that puts him in some trouble or whatever, but that's what got him to this stage right now, and it's work. It's work. So he got to come with that mentality. I feel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I remember Canelo shooting that hook off on Berlanga and holding him up.
Oh yeah.
It happened so fast.
Jaime Munguia too. Jaime Munguia.
Man, it happened so fast.
Jaime Munguia, he allowed Munguia to survive that butt whooping too.
It's like he done knocked his neck loose and he's on the ground.
right, crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I was looking real quick. So as far as what's coming up, so this is going to be on a Saturday right here. This Zuffa card, that one we're talking about, McKenna. And then Oliha, who's I think that's an Italian flag right there. So that's gonna be coming up on Saturday. Let me see what else is out there. This is that. So the MVP card is this Saturday. I know you mentioned Shanika Johnson there.
Janir Pirro is fighting heavyweight.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah, he's
Oh yeah, he is.
Yeah, Whitfield. That's gonna be a good one.
Oh yeah, he got a brother too, right? So yeah, this should be an interesting one. Yeah, that's gonna be on the MVP card. So yeah, that MVP card, Shanika Johnson versus Storsland, who is a Danish fighter. I think that's Denmark. Yeah, that is Denmark. So that should be good. Shanika, hey, she's looked good. She throws a lot of punches. She's pretty tough. And I picked against her in a couple of fights, and she proved me wrong there for sure.
Yeah,
keep doing it.
I need y'all to keep making them bad picks. I'm telling you, man. Only reason why I went for the gusto for this last season. I want y'all to know that I definitely would not have finished in 4th place, but I only did it because I was going for the win. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I still would have been in 2nd place, right on his neck, but I went for the win. I want y'all to understand that I'm real good at this picking game.
And I purposely picked incorrect so other people can get above me too. So that's my thing. I'm sticking with that.
Yeah, wow, that's a trick right there. We got Thibault fighting and all that stuff. David Naika, he's I think he's from Australia. He's gonna be fighting Terramana, yeah. That's next Wednesday. That's going down. Terramana.
He be knocking the race off people's faces. He's interesting.
He's a big dude too.
Yeah, he is.
Big dude. So we'll see what he can do. And then Michael Zarafa, we interviewed Zarafa once. Remember him? He's gonna be fighting on that card too. So that's next Wednesday.
I think he's from Costa Rica. I think.
Yeah. So he's cool. And then I'm sure we'll connect beforehand. But that Saturday the 15th, that's when Shields goes back down to middleweight. He's gonna be taking on Australian fighter.
I'm gonna be doing that interview from somewhere that look real good. Y'all stay tuned.
All right.
Daytime.
Yes, sir. No, that's good stuff right there. What is it? We've been a good hour and a half right here. Anything else? Any other anything we missed, relatively speaking?
I'll just say one thing. Earl Spence, good career. I wish you would have fought Bud 5 years before, but I guess he was across the street.
Yeah,
we never got the Thurman fight, even though Thurman said he never fights you. So that's another thing I wish we had. So other than that, he had a good career.
Yeah. No, pretty solid. The funny thing is, that's the first fight. That was the weekend we got my dog Barrow, so her first fight was that Spence versus Brooke fight.
Nice.
But yeah, I always liked Spence. Now I always felt that Crawford would beat Spence.
Yeah, same here.
I wish we would have gotten it a little bit earlier as well, right there. But hey, solid career there for what he was able to do. And hey, he had the Olympic background, that amateur background to go along with things. And he would put in work, deadly to the body. Or hey, put a little hurt on us. So he's had some good fights out there, but certainly more we probably could have seen. But that being said, he had some pretty solid ones. So I would say, yeah, overall good career, and he reached that pound for pound level right there, where when we got him and Crawford, there was the two best welterweights in the world, both top 10 pound for pound, which is a rarity at times to get. So I'm glad that we got it. Wasn't as expired as some we've seen in the past, but man, good career right there. But I'm glad he's calling it quits because he didn't look good in that fight from round one.
No legs.
Nah, pretty shaky there.
Yeah. Hall of Fame career. Didn't duck no smoke, didn't take no tune-ups. I mean, just for an individual as a human being to be able to survive a car crash as horrific as he did, and then come back in and not take a tune-up and just get back to it and get back to the grind. You know what I'm saying? If there's some lessons that we can learn from Earl, it's one that you never give up on yourself if you believe in yourself. Two, mind the company that you keep, because things can come with keeping certain types of company and the energy you attract around you. And then three, as a human being, if you was to go get yourself a ranch and you was to go out in the country and you was raising horses and you was raising farm animals and you was teaching your kids how to do agriculture and stuff like that, then what you're leaving behind ultimately is something a lot bigger than what boxing is providing. So, shout out to Earl Spence, man. I definitely enjoyed watching you fight.
Yes.
And I ain't never pick against you until you fought Bud. But, I'm good at picking. That's what I do.
Hey, same here in that regard. So shout out to Earl Spence. And I do think he will ultimately end up getting in that Hall of Fame as well there, as far as these modern heavyweights or welterweights and what he was able to do here over the course of his career. Yeah, he should get there, no doubt about it. But man, no, that's good stuff right there. So, hey, fellas, it's been a pleasure, of course, as it always is, got out here. Hey, bless the people with a little discussion. I'm going to keep this thing coming back and going again. Hey, maybe we can do something next Sunday, depending on how the flow goes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
hey, we'll tap in there for sure. So
let's do it.
Hey, good on my part. We appreciate everyone that dropped by, showed some love. We hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to everyone that's in the mix right there. And of course, tune in. More to come, and enjoy the rest of your weekend, folks.